Hi, welcome back to Dispatch Tea and Therapy. It's Poetry Thursday, our second, and today we're talking about homecomings. Not to a person, not to a place, but to the version of you that's been waiting, maybe for years, to be chosen by you. On Wellness Wednesday, we explored boundaries, not as rejection, but as self-respect. Today we move into what happens next, because when you stop saying yes to what harms you, you can finally start saying yes to you. And today's poem, it's a roadmap back to that yes. However, before I share today's poem, I want to share some important context. The poem, Love After Love, was written by Derek Walcott. And I fell in love with this poem before I did any research into the poet, which I like to do so I can share some information and know who I'm talking about. Now, Derek Walcott is a St. Lucian poet. He's a playwright and a Nobel laureate in literature. He's widely recognized for his lyrical work exploring identity, post-colonialism, and the Caribbean experience. At the same time, it's important to acknowledge that during his academic career, Walcott faced credible allegations of sexual harassment from multiple students. I believe in honoring the complexity of art and artists, especially when the work touches something meaningful in us, as this poem did. Sharing this poem does not excuse the harm, but I hope it reflects my commitment to transparency and to holding space for the full picture when art and accountability collide. If that raises discomfort or you'd prefer a different voice, I absolutely respect that. I invite you then to just take what serves you and leave the rest. For now, here's the poem, Love After Love by Derek Walcott. The time will come when, with elation, you will greet yourself arriving at your own door, in your own mirror, and each will smile at the other's welcome and say, sit here, eat. You will love again the stranger who was yourself. Give wine, give bread, give back your heart to itself, to the stranger who has loved you all your life, whom you ignored for another, who knows you by heart. Take down the love letters from the bookshelf, the photographs, the desperate notes. Peel your own image from the mirror. Sit, feast on your life. The line that undoes me every time in this poem is, you will love again the stranger who was yourself. That version of you that's been watching silently as you've bent, twisted, and shrunk to fit spaces that were never designed to fit you. You're not just healing, you're remembering who you were meant to be before trauma made you smaller. At least that's my experience. Boundaries begin the healing, but belonging to yourself, that's what completes it. There is a lyric also from a song by Demi Lovato. It's called I Love Me, that gets me every time. And it's, why am I always looking for a ride or die when mine's the only heart I'm gonna have for life? Later in that same song, she says, I wonder when I love me is enough. Now that lyric isn't just a pop line, it's a profound question. One that echoes something said even centuries earlier by Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who asked, when are you going to start demanding the very best for yourself? Different voices, different eras, same truth. The ride or die you've been looking for is already here. The version of you who's been steady, waiting, quietly loving you through every season. This is the moment, maybe your first, maybe your 50th, where you stop outsourcing worth and start saying, what if I am the one I've been waiting for? It's not selfish, it's not dramatic. It's just self-honoring. In therapy, we talk a lot about reparenting, but this is something different. This is repartnering, deciding that you are the one worth showing up for. If you're in trauma recovery or coming out of fawn response, this might feel brand new. It might feel disloyal, selfish, or even scary, but it is truly sacred. This is what healing looks like. Slow, subtle, sometimes strange. You start remembering what food you love, what music you want to dance to, how it feels to wake up without dread. You begin again, and that is worth celebrating. So here's your soft challenge for the week. Do one thing that says, I love me, not in a loud, glittery, performative way, but in a quiet, certain way. Maybe it's drinking your tea while it's hot. Maybe it's going to bed before you're exhausted. Maybe it's just whispering thank you to your reflection. Maybe it's not saying sorry for having needs. Whatever it is, let it be yours and let it be enough. And I hope that you find some poetry in your day, in your week, and in your life. In the meantime, take care of you.